Welcome to Track Tested Motorsports. My name is Jag.
And I'm Boris.
And if you're new to the channel, we're all about getting you, the everyday driver, out to the track. So make sure you subscribe and like these videos and share them as well. Some of the topics we cover is, the basics of passing, situational awareness, the driving line for certain tracks. Boris, I think this is our seventh Porsche in a row. Seventh. We did the 997, which was amazing. It's taking off in views. This looks like a 911 and 991.2. And this is probably the third one we've reviewed. What's so special about this one?
So this is one of the rarest 991.2s because it is the touring model.
Okay.
And, it does not have a big wing on the back.
I like that.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
stealth.
Less weight.
Yep.
More stealth. It comes with a manual transmission.
Even better. I'm already liking it.
Yeah. What's there not to like so far, right?
Yep.
This particular model even has manual seats.
Wow. Now it's in rare. It's rarity now.
Exactly. But yet, it still has the 500 horsepower engine.
It's naturally aspirated.
Naturally aspirated, so it
4-liter.
has the amazing sound, the 4-liter. So you, in my view, and I think you share the same feelings, it's even lighter than a regular GT3.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because the manual transmission is nearly 100 pounds lighter than the
that's
PDK.
right. You can't choose a manual in the GT3. That's right.
Well, you can now, but you couldn't initially.
On these models, correct.
Right. And the wing is extra weight and extra drag. So it's now my favorite one.
I think, we did the GT3 RS, the same chassis as this one, and I thought that was amazing. And then we did the GT3, and I thought that was even better. But I think this is the top of the line, for me at least.
Yeah, for me too. And the owner, he has the same feelings, shares the same feelings. As you can see, this one has been enjoyed. It doesn't just sit in the garage.
Yeah, this is Deepak's daily driver.
It is. He drives it every day, which is
year-round, and here in Illinois, it snows as well, and he takes it out there too.
He does. And he's going to be taking it to the track. In a week from now, we'll be at Mid-Ohio with this car.
Oh, I can't wait to see the hot laps with this one.
I know. We're going to have some serious fun with it.
Now, what's the difference between this one and the 911R? I think they're all the 991.2 911R because they only made, I think, 300 or 400 of those, but it's almost identical to this.
I think it is just a different name because I think the R was popular for the same reasons, right? Yep. Manual transmission. The fact there are fewer of them, that makes it more desirable, certainly makes the value higher.
Did the R come out before this?
Yes.
Okay, because I think that's probably what happened. I think there's so many enthusiasts that wanted that, and those were limited, so they're like, hey, let's make the 911 version of this one. So I think this gets you almost 90, 95% there almost. Right,
and some of the individuals that like Dr. D'Souza, who has a GT3, his preferred model would be a GT3 Touring. He would rather have one of these.
I think for the everyday use and practicality, it's just the best fit.
Well, especially if you like a manual transmission like you and I do.
Yeah.
So sure, it's not as quick lap time wise on the track because the shifts are a little bit slower than they can be with the PDK transmission, but it's more enjoyable if you like to shift for yourself like you and I do. So I think some of those features. The seats, if you look closely, are not full leather.
Yep. Look like they're manual a bit too.
Yeah, and again, that means they're lighter because those electric motors and the leather add weight.
No back seat?
No back seat, but yet there's all that space. So yeah, we can't put your girls back there like we did last week in that.
No sunroof? Positive
no sunroof
for me.
either. Yeah, all in the interest of lightness.
Wow.
Yeah, but we're going to be taking this car to Mid-Ohio, and there's going to be plenty of room for us with all that space back there for our gear, our helmets, etc. And in the front, just like all of the 991s, you get and 981s, like the Boxster, you get this large storage space. It's very deep, so a lot of space in there.
Now, this doesn't have a fixed wing, but it has an adjustable or automatic one?
Yes. It doesn't have a fixed wing, but we can turn on the ignition and hold that button down Is that back wing coming up?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
Now this must automatically come up after a certain speed, right?
Yeah, so obviously I just put it up manually, but it comes up at about, I think it's around 70, 72 miles per hour.
Okay.
And then it retracts once the speed decreases down to around 50 or 55.
But to look cool, I want it up all the time, right? That's how.
Well, Kelly would too. My wife, she likes wings. So, you know, I prefer stealth, so I'd like to just keep it down all the time.
No, but you got to show it off, right? So
Yeah,
it increases your drag, but hey, you look cool.
I would probably not only keep the wing down, I'd probably remove that GT3 Touring label just to make it look like just a base 911.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would notice this. You know, I mean, everybody would notice a 911, but I think from the GT3 RS and the GT3. Now, center lock wheels. I know I got some big arms, Boris, but I don't think I'm going to take those off by
You know,
myself.
Jag, there's always something on every car that's a negative. And that is the one negative, and not only on the GT3 Touring, but all GT cars nowadays.
Yeah.
Because obviously to remove these wheels, you have to have the special tools.
And that's about $2-3 grand, I think, right? I think
Well,
Gene had one.
Well, he had the torque multiplier,
Yeah.
so that he could do it by himself. But yeah, it was something north of $1,000.
Yeah.
And the torque wrench, you know, in order to generate enough.
How much torque do you need to?
I think it's around 400 or 500 foot-pounds. It's significant. So you need a really long torque arm to be able to
stand about 20 feet away.
Well, not only that, but you have to have somebody push on the brake.
Oh, that's right.
Because otherwise you'll just spin that wheel.
That's right. That's I didn't think
so
about it.
So yeah, center locks are great for racing, where you're pulling into a pit lane or a pit box, and you've got electric tools. So why have 5 lug nuts when one will do?
Yeah.
But for us enthusiasts, having said that though, Jag, that's the only negative I can think
Yeah,
of.
because I could imagine.
I can't think of anything else.
If you're pushing this car 9/10s or 10/10s and you go through pads and you want to swap them out, it's going to take a bit of time.
Exactly. It'll require going to the dealership. But you know, that is the only negative thing I can think of on this car. Everything else is just to my liking.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like you said, Deepak daily drives it, which I'm 100% for instead of making it a garage queen. So any other attributes of this car that stick out to you?
I mean, I like the red stitching. I like, you know, I like the black door handles, but these are all aesthetic things. You know, it's got a full leather dash. I mean, if I was going to spec one out, this would be it.
Excellent.
I like just everything about it, just the way it's got all the things I would want, none of the stuff I wouldn't want. I suppose I'd probably try to get a sunroof. I know you wouldn't.
You can actually spec one then, right?
I think so, yeah. I'd probably get a sunroof.
And what would you use a sunroof for, Boris?
Well, to let the sunshine in, right?
You sure you don't want to get out of it?
Well, you know, I'm always safety oriented, so just in case you have to climb out the roof, that's a good feature to have.
Yeah.
So.
Well, enjoy your time with Deepak at Mid-Ohio. I'm looking forward to that footage. But with that, my name is Jag.
And I'm Boris.
And we'll catch you next time.